Your crypto wallet could be funding modern slavery. It's the dark side of the digital gold rush. Traffickers are ditching cash and using untraceable cryptocurrencies to fuel their evil empires. They use it to pay for everything from transportation to weapons, all while staying anonymous. And it gets worse. They're running massive pig butchering scams where victims are not only defrauded of their crypto, but are often trafficking victims themselves forced to run the scams. The same technology that was supposed to decentralize power is now being used to centralize suffering. The Anti-Human Trafficking Cryptocurrency Consortium is fighting back, but it's a digital war being fought in the shadows. Is the crypto revolution creating a new generation of digital slaves? The evidence is piling up, and it's a terrifying look at how innovation can be twisted for evil. It's time to ask, what's really backing your digital dollar?
The monster in your kid's favorite video game isn't a pixelated boss, it's a real-life predator. Online gaming platforms have become the new hunting ground for human traffickers. They create fake profiles, join guilds, and build trust with young players, showering them with gifts and attention. Then, they isolate them from their friends and family and lure them into a world of exploitation. It's a sophisticated grooming process that's happening right under parents' noses. The American Gaming Association is finally waking up to the problem, but is it too little, too late? The line between a virtual friend and a real-life monster has never been more blurred. It's a terrifying new frontier in child exploitation, where the game is real and the stakes are life and death. Is your child safe in their virtual world? It's time to find out.
The AI revolution is here, but it's being built on the backs of a new kind of slave. It's being called slavery.ai, and it's the dark secret behind the technology that's changing our world. The very AI that powers your favorite apps is trained by an army of low-paid workers in developing countries who are forced to work in horrific conditions for pennies a day. They're the invisible workforce behind the AI boom, and they're alleging that their working conditions amount to modern-day slavery. Companies like Meta and OpenAI are now facing accusations of exploitation. It's a chilling reminder that progress often comes at a human cost. Are we so blinded by the promise of AI that we're willing to ignore the suffering of those who build it? The future is here, but it's not what we were promised.
How do traffickers find their victims? They don't have to look far. They just have to log on. A shocking new report has revealed that over 40% of sex trafficking survivors in the U.S. were recruited by their trafficker on social media. That number is up from 30% just a few years ago, and it's climbing fast. Traffickers are using sophisticated grooming tactics, creating fake profiles and building relationships with their victims over weeks or even months. They prey on vulnerabilities, offering a way out of a difficult situation or a life of glamour and excitement. It's a silent epidemic that's happening on the same platforms your kids use every day. The line between a new online friend and a dangerous predator has never been thinner. Are we doing enough to protect our children from the dangers lurking behind the screen?
What do Corey Feldman and Ashton Kutcher have in common? They're both at the center of the complicated and often controversial world of celebrity anti-trafficking activism. For years, stars have used their platforms to shine a light on modern slavery. But is it actually helping? This week, an old PSA featuring Ashton Kutcher and Donald Trump resurfaced, sparking a debate about the effectiveness of these campaigns. And with figures like Corey Feldman and Chris Hansen now speaking at trafficking conferences, the line between advocacy and entertainment is getting blurry. While celebrity involvement can raise awareness, Critics argue that it can also oversimplify a complex issue and turn a human rights crisis into a Hollywood storyline. Are these celebrity saviors actually making a difference, or are they just part of the problem? It's a question we need to start asking.
The clothes on your back could be part of an 800 million pound slavery scandal. It's a story that the fashion industry doesn't want you to hear. A new report has exposed a massive supply chain scandal in Britain, with goods worth hundreds of millions of pounds being imported from the Xinjiang region of China, where the Uyghur people are being subjected to forced labor. The British government is now under pressure to act, but the problem is deeply embedded in the global economy. From cotton fields to factory floors, the demand for cheap fashion has created a system of exploitation that's almost impossible to untangle. It's a chilling reminder that the clothes we wear have a hidden human cost. Are you willing to be complicit in a system of modern slavery? It's time to demand transparency and hold these brands accountable.
What happens when the lifeline for trafficking victims is cut? We're about to find out. In a devastating blow to the fight against modern slavery, a major anti-trafficking service provider in Maine has announced that it may have to scale back its emergency services due to a lack of federal funding. This means that survivors could be left without access to shelter, counseling, and legal aid. It's a terrifying prospect for those who have just escaped a life of exploitation. The very systems that are supposed to protect them are now failing them. This isn't just a budget cut, it's a death sentence for some. It's a stark reminder that the fight against trafficking requires more than just awareness. It requires resources. And right now, those resources are disappearing. Who will be there to catch the victims when they fall?
There's a new sheriff in town, and he's declaring war on human traffickers. In a major move against the rising tide of sex-related crimes, the Lebanon District Attorney has just announced the formation of a new human trafficking task force. This isn't just another press conference, it's a promise of action. The task force will bring together law enforcement, prosecutors, and victim advocates to create a coordinated response to this growing crisis. And they're already getting results, with multiple arrests announced in conjunction with the task force's launch. It's a sign of hope in a fight that can often feel hopeless. It's a reminder that there are still people who are willing to stand up and fight for the most vulnerable members of our society. The war on trafficking is far from over, but today, the good guys just got a little bit stronger.
Slavery was abolished, right? Wrong. In a shocking and horrifying development, the Houthi rebels in Yemen are being accused of restoring slavery. It's a claim that sounds like it's from another century, but it's happening right now. Reports are emerging that the Houthis are systematically enslaving their opponents, forcing them to work in horrific conditions and subjecting them to unspeakable abuse. It's a chilling reminder that the progress we think we've made as a society is fragile. The very institution that we thought we had relegated to the history books is making a comeback in the 21st century. This isn't just a war, it's a human rights catastrophe. And it's a story that the world needs to hear. How can we stand by and watch as slavery is restored in our lifetime? The time for silence is over.
"51 missing children are safe tonight." In a major victory for law enforcement, an international task force led by Europol has just identified 51 child victims of sexual exploitation. The operation involved experts from multiple countries who analyzed over 300 datasets to track down these vulnerable children. It's a powerful example of what can be achieved when law enforcement agencies work together across borders. It's a reminder that while the internet has made it easier for predators to operate, it has also given us new tools to fight back. This is more than just a statistic. It's 51 lives that have been saved, 51 futures that have been restored. It's a glimmer of hope in the dark world of child exploitation and a testament to the tireless work of those who are dedicated to protecting our children.